Yes, all ready to be picked. These guys have turned red. Another one. There's another one. Here's one right here. And here's one right here. And we still have more blooms coming. One, two. This baby just keeps blooming and blooming. This pepper plant is on, it's 2.5 years old. Yep, it's 2.5 years old. This is the second summer. And I grew it aquaponically. It's in an air pot. And I'm always testing new ways to grow food in my aquaponic system. So what I did was, for this pepper, I put sand in here. Yep, there's sand in there. I did an IAV system to where, with the air pot, I put sand in there, and I put the small pepper plant over 2.5 years ago, and it grew out. And what happens is, all this nitrate water, this fertilized, converted fish waste water, it goes from nitrite to nitrate, is absorbed by the sand. All that nitrate water goes in there, absorbed by the sand. The sand takes that nitrate water and feed it to the pepper roots. What I've learned is, over the years from aquaponics, that to grow in sand and a little bit of mixture of soil, you can grow root plants like potatoes, other types of root plants, potatoes and so forth, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. You can grow that if you do it this way, in sand instead of hydrogen clay pebble. And the sand absorbs more nitrate. Sand is a good filter substrate. It filters water very well. As this baby starts to drain, see that baby draining? All the way down. See it going all the way down? So, I've learned over time to do it that way. And this is one of my smaller aquaponic systems. I have two more like these I'm going to do, similar to this, the small ones. And they're all going to have air pots filled with sand and a little bit of substrate. It works very well from what I'm learning. This is my little invention. So there it goes. It's empty. Heard it burp. So I'm getting lots of peppers all year long with going it this way from this plant on the 2.5 year of growing. What I'm going to show you now is how I build these systems and why I use 2 filter systems before it gets to the grow bed, the plant. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people just pump the water right from the fish tank up to the grow bed. And what I've learned over time, if you do that, your grow bed is getting totally saturated with heavy fish waste. All that heavy fish waste, especially if you have a grow bed that has a hydrogen clay in it, it'll get very heavy and clogged with all that heavy fish waste that has not been processed from nitrite to nitrate. It hasn't been processed, and that'll sit in your grow bed. It'll clog your tank, and then you'll start having drainage problems with your bell siphon. So that's why I don't do it that way. I always have my filters. And I'm going to show you that here in a minute. After I feed my fish in here. I have 4 bluegill in this 60-gallon tank. And they're getting nice and big. They provide plenty of fish waste for the filters to eat and turn into nitrate. So we're going to feed these guys. There they go. They're hungry too. There they go. They're eating. There you go. Hear that pop. I'll let them eat their food. These guys don't like eating around me a whole lot. They're a little bit more shyer than the fish in the larger aquaponic system. So I'll close that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how the filters work on all my aquaponic system. All my filters have 2 of the same type of filters that I made myself. As you can see, I made these. I didn't buy them. These work awesome. The first filter is a heavy waste settler filter. I'm going to take the hood off here, let you guys see inside of it. There's the inside. And what happens is all the fish waste comes from the fish tank, goes down here, and then it comes up. It comes up into this 3-gallon barrel that I have in here. And it comes up. See the water coming up? It's coming up. You see it coming up nice and slow? What that does is it brings all the heavy fish waste, it brings it up into this barrel. And what happens is the heavy fish waste will scroll around because it's heavier than the water, and it'll sink all the way down to the bottom of the barrel here. And then what happens is it'll sink all the way down. That keeps the heavy fish waste on the bottom. We don't want heavy fish waste going into the grow bed or into the second tank filter, second filter. Then all the clean water comes up from the bottom. It's sucked up. It's sucked up from the bottom. It's sucked up. Then it goes from here all the way down to here, to the second tank. This is my bioreaction rapid flow tank. That's what they call it. And this is where the nitrate, the liquid nitrate water, is converted to nitrate. The liquid. Let me get this right. The liquid nitrite water is converted to nitrate. See that? I have an air stone in there. All these bags, there's bags all the way down. I have several of these bags all the way down. You know the top 2 bags. So I have 6 bags in here with K1 filter media with air, and this is filled with millions of beneficial bacteria. And the beneficial bacteria are converting the liquid nitrite that comes from the heavy cellular filter tank, the nitrite, and they eat that nitrite and they turn it into nitrate. Exactly. They eat the fish waste, the heavy nitrite liquid, and convert it to nitrate. And the beneficial bacteria live in these little K1 filters, and there's millions of them in here. All they do is eat the fish waste, which is nitrite, and convert it to nitrate. The water in here, as you can see, is cleaner. This water is cleaner than the water that's coming from tank number 1. Because it's cleaner because it's been converted into nitrate. There's no heavy waste in here. In here, there's heavy waste. In this tank, there's no heavy waste because the heavy settler tank collects all the heavy waste. It never makes it to here. It collects it. And then I can drain the heavy waste out of here. I can drain it. I open that up every few months. I drain the heavy waste and I feed that to my my fruit trees. So the nitrate water that's been converted to nitrate by the beneficial bacteria in here, and you can see all those. See that? See those little hoppers hopping around in there? They're living a good life. If you can't, they're they're macro. They're very macro. They're very small. See them hopping? That's called macro. Very, very small living organism. They're like a species of very tiny crustaceans. Well, anyway, the water goes from here, second tank. The nitrate goes from the second tank, and it flows down here, down this tube, and it comes out here. That's all nitrate water. All that nitrate water is absorbed and eaten by these plants. They eat it. They eat it. All that nitrate. That's how the system works. People think that plants eat raw fish poop, fish waste. No, they don't. Plants do not eat raw fish waste. Plants eat the fish waste once it's been converted from nitrite into nitrate by the beneficial bacteria. It's a whole process, people. It's a whole process. Plants don't eat raw fish waste. That fish waste has to be converted from nitrite into nitrate by the beneficial bacteria. It's an ecosystem. Just like in your soil, you have all these beneficial bacteria that break down waste and change the waste into microbes and nitrate that the plant roots can take up. So when you're pouring fish waste into your garden beds, the plants are not eating the fish waste. They're eating the fish waste once it's been processed, people. It has to be processed to nitrate. There goes the bell siphon again. It has to be processed into nitrate. From fish waste to nitrite to nitrate. It's a process. Everything in life is a process. So that's how aquaponics works. If you do this without the two filters, will plants grow? Yes, they will grow. They will grow. They'll grow fine. But your whole bed, if you add hydrogen clay, like my other systems, I have hydrogen clay in my other beds, it will be clogged with all that fish waste. Because the plants don't eat that. They eat the plant waste once it's been processed by beneficial bacteria. And your system will get clogged up. done. I just wanted to talk about that again, because with me, if I don't learn things over and over again, I forget. So I have a lot of food to grow. I have a lot of more of these systems that are already built to have to set up, and I'm looking forward to this journey. I hope you guys are. I'm going to pick some of these peppers and dry them out and wait for the other ones to grow. Wait for these two to turn red. This one's already turning. And grow lots of more food. Y'all have a nice Wednesday. Grow some food. Either grow aquaponically, or you can grow in the ground. However you want to grow food the way you want to grow food. Do it the way you want to do it. Do it. For me, I enjoy aquaponics. That's just me. Just grow some food. Do some DIY solar prep. Stay abreast. Stay out the matrix. Stay out of Babylon. Stop being consumers. Start being more self-sustainable. Y'all have a nice day.